I do not like being told what to do. In fact, if someone tells me to do something, I might just do the opposite. Even if I would have done it on my own, there's just something inside of me that doesn't want to do it now because I was told to. And if you're like me, please keep watching. Just don't talk to my husband about this. Now, here's my biggest beef with the financial industry. The gurus out there, they say the same things over and over and over again, no matter who they're talking to, what's going on in the economy or in the stock market, which are two different things, and so forth. Sure, personal finance at its core is simple. There are basic concepts like spend less than you earn, but really those basic concepts can be learned pretty quickly and pretty easily. The thing people do wrong, though, I believe, is stop there. And all they do is just keep telling people the same thing over and over and over again. By now, if you're at this channel, you realize that you're on a YouTube channel dedicated to personal and business finance. And here's what we want you to try to do, though. Instead of like telling you what to do, and instead of you just sitting there looking for someone to tell you what to do, we want you to think about empowerment. That we might empower you to make decisions for yourself based on concepts and ideas and powerful questions. So we like to invite people to focus on what we call capable cultivation. It's very different than just financial literacy. And you do this, and then you do this, and then you do this. I'll explain what capable cultivation is here in a minute, but first I have to give you a warning. Before you decide whether you're ready for capable cultivation, you have to know that what I'm about to share is going to seem like hard work. And it is hard work, but it's also not hard work at the same time. I mean, if building wealth were easy, everyone would do it and we'd all be super wealthy. But the things you can learn by doing the hard work can increase your capacity to do them, and it can become easier and easier and easier over time. It's like the first time you wrote the letter A in kindergarten or preschool. It was really hard to write the letter A. But now I hope it's easy for you because you've done it so many times. Think of money the same way. It might be hard the first time you do it, but it gets easier and easier the more you do it, especially if you're doing, kind of approaching personal finance the way we talk about. Okay. And here's how we talk about it. This capable cultivation that I mentioned earlier. Imagine your finances are a garden. It's totally not enough to know how to garden. You could read the best-selling gardening books and listen to the top-rated gardening podcast. You could own the Farmer's Almanac with all the best advice of when to plant and how to plant and when to harvest for that current year. But all that garden literacy is worthless unless you actually do the work in the garden. You have to physically put the seeds into the ground, pull the weeds, water and feed what you want to grow, keep out all the pests, and so on and so forth. You even have to do things like watch the weather forecast because there could be a sudden frost or a hailstorm, and you got to prepare and protect your garden from those things. When those things are coming, you have to take action, or else your hard work of tilling and cultivating would be worth nothing. Gardening is actually a great analogy for money too, because every garden is going to be different. The soil's different, the conditions are different around the garden. Each year is different. Each season has its own different amounts of sunlight. It's part of why we have some amazing wines. Even if they come from the same vineyard, they're different every year because of the different conditions. The best green thumbs learn through years and years of experience how to take those basics of gardening and apply them to slightly different environments and unique conditions each year for their specific garden. Let's go back to money though. If you've got the basics of financial literacy down, we want to invite you to try out this idea of capable cultivation. Start tending your financial garden. Start asking, how do these basic concepts that I've learned from books and podcasts and YouTube videos, how do they apply to my specific situation? What tweaks do I need to make? Sure, you're going to make some mistakes. You're going to pull something thinking it's a weed when it's really a plant. You're going to let some pests in and you got to figure out how to get them back out. Sure, you're going to learn, but you're also going to you're sure you're going to make mistakes, but you're also going to learn what works for you and what doesn't. You usually have to get in there and do it. Now, here's 2 questions to ask as you're starting to till your financial soil, so to speak, and really get in there and really get your hands dirty. The first question is, who do you need to be with you in the garden? You don't have to practice capable cultivation yourself. I helped my dad in our vegetable garden, and we had a little grapevine too as a kid. And I learned a lot from him as he applied the basics to our specific garden. We highly, highly recommend working with an ally who's walking alongside you, helping you apply the basics of financial principles to your specific situation. And we'd be honored if you consider us your allies on the journey. We'll keep giving you the powerful questions to ask to cultivate your own capabilities. Just be sure you subscribe to our channel, check out our content regularly, and reach out to us anytime you have a specific question that we could totally help you with. Deal? Okay. So who do you need on your team? Hope you'll consider us part of that. And then the second really powerful question is, where are you going to find the questions to ask? Where are you going to find how we don't know what we don't know? Where are you going to keep sourcing not new information, but new questions that can help you figure out how to apply all this information to your specific situation? And that's why we've developed this methodology we call the STILL method to help you develop that capable cultivation practice. We've never seen anything like this anywhere else in the financial world. That's why we created it. It's literally a list of questions to help you see what you aren't seeing, hear what you're not hearing, really get in there and get your hands dirty with your finances without anybody telling you what to do, but helping you discover what's going to help you the best. You can find out more and get your list of questions at stillmethod.com. That's it for me for today. Remember, when conventional financial thinking doesn't get you where you want to go, you need wealth wisdom. And wealth wisdom is all about finding the right questions. May you live long and profit.